Hello, good evening friends. So as you can see, we will study application of aplanatic points today, that is oil immersion lens. So we have studied aplanatic points in our previous video. So if you haven't watched that video, I have put the link in the description for you. So go watch it. And I have a suggestion for you that you can change the playback speed according to your convenience. And in my opinion, you should try 2x speed at least once. Believe me, it's lots of fun. So just try it once. So let's start our topic without any interruption. So here you can see it's a hemispherical lens and C is the center of this lens. R is the radius of this lens and its refractive index is mu. And here the dotted line shows the oil, a layer of oil. That is why we call it oil immersion lens. And the refractive index of the oil is also mu. And here as you can see, the depth of the oil is R by mu. Okay? Which is the distance between point O and C, where C is the center of the hemispherical lens. Okay? Now at point O, we have put a object which is at a distance R by mu from the center of the hemispherical lens, and these are the rays passing from this object O, and these rays after refraction appears to diverge at point O dash, means they made the image at point O dash, or we can say these rays appears to be imaged at O dash without any spherical aberration. Now if you didn't understand the spherical aberration or aberration, so you have to watch the previous video. So here as you can see, the rays OA and OB after refraction suffer bending. They don't go straight, but here the bending occurs. And after bending, as you can see, this dotted line shows that these rays appears to diverge at point O dash. And not only this one, all the four rays which you can see OA, OB, OD and OE, all the rays after bending suffer bending and after refraction these appear to diverge at point O dash. And the distance of point O dash from the center of lens is R nu. Okay. So thus you can see here these all the four rays will make a very wide beam of light here. We will get a very wide beam and without any problem of spherical aberration, which is the work of aplanatic points. The aplanatic points gives us the beam of light or a ray of light without any spherical aberration. It is the application. So here you can see that point O and point O dash, these are the two aplanatic points in this case. So here one thing is also to notice that there are two cones in this diagram. If you see that from this point O, we can see a cone. If we assume it as a sphere, so you can see that OD and OE make a sphere, or sorry, I mean cone. And similar with point O dash, here it makes a cone with this sphere. If you consider it as a surface like this, a circular surface above, so it will be considered as a cone. So here you can see the semi angle of the cone of these incident rays from point O is theta. We consider it as theta. So here we can write it. The semi angle of the cone of incident rays from point O is given by tan theta is equal to, we want to calculate this. So for this we have considered theta and tan theta. Tan theta is equal to, we note that perpendicular upon base is equal to tan theta. So here the angle, so the line in front of this angle will be taken as a perpendicular. So here DC is the perpendicular. You can see that DC, and it is the base OC. So tan theta is equal to DC upon OC. We know that DC C is the center of this spherical surface and D is at the surface of the sphere. So it will be the radius of the surface spherical lens. So DC, in place of DC you can write R, and OC we have considered it R by mu. So in the place of OC we will put R by mu. So R cancel R, and here by reciprocal here mu comes. So tan theta is equal to mu. And now for mu is equal to, if mu is 1.5, so theta will be 56 degree. It is the calculation we have not to calculate, just we have to remember it. And the semi angle of the emergent cone of rays at O dash. Now we will determine this angle, the semi angle of this cone, the cone made by point O dash with these rays OD, OE that are appears to diverging. So this angle theta dash, so tan theta dash is equal to DC by OC O dash C. So here you can see that the line in front of this angle is DC also. So DC is equal to R. So we will put R, and O dash C. Here you can see the distance of the point O dash from center C is R mu. We have considered it R mu. So R by R mu and is equal to 1 by mu. R cancel R here also. So for mu is equal to 1.5. For in this case, mu is equal to 1.5 and theta is equal to 33 degree. So thus the incident rays in a semi-vertical angle 56 degree after reflection get refracted in a semi-vertical angle 33 degree and form an image free from spherical heavy rays. Means the incident ray in a semi-vertical angle 56 degree. If the incident ray made an angle semi-vertical angle 56 degree after refraction get refracted in a refraction के बाद वो मतलब सेमी वर्टिकल एंगल 33 डिग्री से रिफ्रैक्ट होती है और एक इमेज बनाती है जो कि स्फेरिकल एबिरेशन से फ्री हो, स्फेरिकल एबिरेशन से फ्री हो. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द होल कॉन्सेप्ट, एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट you can ask in the comment box. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe my channel for further.